Pig on the Highway. It's a pig on the highway. What a name for a band, hey? And introducing Pig on a Highway. Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build a City. I really like that. Whoever makes a band called Pig on a Highway is going to be an instant hit globally, worldwide. This episode is going to be a little bit different. I got sent a message on Facebook from Alejandro. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. And he sent a message saying, check out this mod. And it was a car mod for Flans called Alcara version 1 realistic cars. And I think at one point I had these installed, and I think I removed them. I can't remember why. We'll probably find out why. But some of the models to these cars are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, the Murcielago, is this a good one? Like the models are just fantastic. Because all of the cars that we've got in the game at the moment, they're real cars, right? But we can see a difference. Like, I love these cars that we've got, right? But these are very Minecraft-looking ones. These are just the next level of texture work, right? I mean, I've probably got a Murcielago, haven't I? Lamp. Yes. I've got a Diablo. Hurricane. Murcielago. Hurricane Black. I don't even know what colour that is. What colour is this one? Yellow? Like, there's two Lamborghinis, right? And you can see that there's a difference. Now, I love these cars. I have no problem with these cars. And you'll see why I don't have a problem. If I jump in this one, right? You can't see an awful lot, okay? There's not much out of the window. Now, there's some weird glitches that go on as well with this mod, like the steering wheel. See how it doesn't all rotate properly? And I've noticed on the outside, the wheels don't turn, and it's incredibly loud in my ear. Stop, please. That's better. I don't know how loud it is for you. Oh wow, look at that in my hand. So there's some mistake. I don't want to go for too long because the noise. I'll mute the noise in a minute. But the wheels don't actually turn, and when you turn, the tires look a little bit funky and weird. Maybe it's to do with me, but I don't think so. I've just installed the mod of how it should be installed. Let's just for the moment turn that music off, right? Because there's another problem that we have, and that's that if I jump into it and I go on the outside here, YouTubers number plate. That's cool. This, okay, as you can see what the wheels do? Don't you think that's weird? And I don't like it that the wheels don't go around. For this shot, it looks amazing, like going through the city. Like, we could do some really cool footage, like trailers for the city, like this, like in different cars. It just looks totally awesome. Look at that, hey? How cool is that? But this is top speed. This I'm holding down the up key, okay? And it doesn't go any faster, which I think was probably the main reason why I uninstalled this mod in the first place. It's great for cruising down the beachfront and stuff, but for on the highway, it's just too slow. And I'm holding down brake now, and it, like all the Flans vehicles, they just don't brake. So it's a bit of a problem, but there's so many cool models in here. Let's just clear that. Some amazing models. There's some are better than others. I think that's a cool one. This is a cool one. And you'll see why they're cool. There's Ferraris and stuff. And yeah, I love all Ferraris. That's just a funny one to have. We'll try that one. Like, we all know what a Porsche looks like. We all know what Lamborghinis look like. And then there's the Harley Davidson. Now, the Harley Davidson is something that I can show you straight away. I mean, how cool. What a model. What a really cool model. This one. A Magnum tipper, you see? And I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And it is amazing, right? We can drive it and stuff, and it's slow, which I don't mind it being slow. It's just a shame that the trailer doesn't articulate to the front of the lorry. Like, when we turn, it turns the whole thing. However, on like our building sites and at the cargo port and stuff, this would look amazing just sitting there, right? Same as this one. I mean, that's cool, right? If only the digger and stuff actually moved. And I can see out the windscreen on this one too. Now, I think I know the reason why on things like the Shelby here, why... Ooh, I just placed down. Let me out. That's why you got to have a free hand spot. Otherwise, you end up jumping in it, placing one down. Oh, I can see out the Shelby. In some of the cars, what was that car that I had earlier, a minute ago? This one. If I get in here, I can't see anything. The reason why I think the guy who made the mod done it this way is so our head doesn't stick through the roof. But I think there's going to be a way that we can modify that so we can see out. Because I like, personally, in all racing games, or in like on Xbox or PC or whatever, I like being able to drive while in the cockpit, like in the driver's seat. I don't like driving from outside too much. But I reckon we could probably raise up the position of our players somehow, like modifying the files so we can actually see out the window a little bit better. We really need to go up a little bit, not too much. And I don't mind if my head sticks out at the top of the window. It doesn't bother me. What was this one? I haven't even seen all of these. Oh, a big old DHL truck. That's a cool one. I like that one. That's great for the airport. That would be amazing at the airport, like loading on. Tipper. And then they've got the Harley Davidson, right? Now, I don't really have too many bikes in the game. I've got push bikes. I think I might have a chopper somewhere or something like that. But this one's like a really cool looking model. But don't you think it's big? Like, I don't know. It just feels a little bit large to me. And if we jump on it, we have the same problem. This, I'm holding down the up arrow. That is full speed. That's no good. That's no good for anybody. But there is another Harley Davidson which I've edited. I've done a very quick edit to make sure that it was possible. So it's Harley Davidson 1, Harley Davidson 2. I don't know why there's 2. Maybe one's green. That's why. But I've modified this one. I modified the speed stat to it. So if I go on here and I hold down forward. Aha! And now we are cooking with gas. Now we have a motorcycle. Now we still have a pretty big problem. If I hold down the back arrow now, I'm braking, but we're braking quicker. I modified it so we do brake a lot quicker. In fact, I probably think that's not a bad braking distance because hit the post. We were probably doing, I don't know, like 120 miles an hour probably. Like if you sort of made it into real ones. Around the corner. Oh, drifting on a bike. But there's a problem with making the braking actually stronger. So if I come to a stop here and I reverse, we do a sort of back wheelie because I don't know exactly how the numbers like calculate, but that's probably not a good. I mean, it looks cool but it's probably not something that we want to be doing. In fact, it's making me dizzy as. Can we stop, please? Stop. Thank you. But we can sort of wheelie now. So I'm going to show you guys just how to, hopefully I can show you how to do it. I'll figure out a way. I don't know if this software that I'm using at the moment can record the desktop. But I'm going to give it a go. And let's pick a card for us to modify. Let's try... It's a Q7. Oh, an R8. I love R8s. Oh, I'm not a fan of them colours. What an awful... See, that's what I mean. Some of these models are better than others, but I'm not a fan of that one. Let's modify. What is that? A Sabre. Ooh, that's got to be fast, right? Not the greatest model in the world. Not the greatest model in the world. But if we jump in it, that is the top speed of this racing car. That is as fast as we go. Well, we can definitely do better than that. Let's go and adjust this, okay? I can see out the window too. I don't like this aerial in the way. Okay, let's just go and adjust that, okay? Alright, I don't know how well this will work. I've never recorded the desktop before. But if we go into our Minecraft folder by doing %appdata%, mine's called Minecraft Flans. That's the one that I've got all of the saves. And as you can see, all of backups of different worlds. Right back to May 2016. Looks like the first one. Or no. What's that? March 2016 is my furthest backup point. I should probably get rid of them now. There's no point in having that. But what we can do is we can go into Flan. And we can go into Alcara V1, which is the mod that we're looking at. Zoomed up on this screen. There we go. No, go away. Come back over here. And we can go in. You have to close Minecraft, by the way. You can't have this while Minecraft's open. You've got to reset it sort of every time. And in here we've got 3 folder assets, which has got all sorts of like models of the ones and textures for them and stuff. But what we want, I think, from what I remember, is going into vehicles. And we've got all of the vehicles that are in the mod. So what one were we doing? Some Sabre. Oh, we're just going to have to... Sabre. I think this one. Sabre. There's another Sabre here, but I think that's the one that we want. So if you open this up, we've got this. So we've got the name of it, how the game sort of affects what size it is and all this. But the ones that we're interested in are these two, maximum throttle and maximum negative throttle. So if we wanted to go faster with a faster top speed, we just increase this number. So instead of 0.5, let's increase it to 2.5. Technically making it 5 times faster than what it was. If we wanted to brake harder, we can increase the negative, max negative throttle. However, this does make it so when we reverse, we end up wheeling, and I think we'll still wheelie in the car. But I sort of like being able to brake. It's not too often that we drive backwards anyway, and it's only if you get high up in the max negatives, and I don't know, if we can keep it below sort of 0.5 and we're going backwards, it shouldn't do it. Now, I don't touch the drag, and I don't touch the mass. I don't know, maybe the mass, because the masses on some of them are different. Like if we go into, I don't know, Renault Kipper, whatever, I think it's meant to be Tipper. See, that's got the same mass and drag as well. I don't know if drag it makes sense if drag affected speed, and it makes sense if mass affected acceleration. But yeah, I don't know. So we've also got in here, I notice these are the wheel positions for all the vehicles and how many wheels that the game should put onto the car. We don't have any ammo or weapons on these vehicles, but you do in some of the attack helicopters and some of the other mods. It's just they use this as a template for all of the different Flans mods, you see. But we do have driver position, and 20 minus 11 and 9, I'm going to assume, I don't know, is X, Y, and Z, or X, Z, and Y. I don't know which ones it is. I'm going to expect X, Y, and Z. So Y would be our height. So if we're too low down inside the car, we might be able to bring it up, because this isn't the vehicle placement, because it says driver and passenger. Now, there's no passengers. We can't have any passengers in these vehicles. But I think if I change that to 1, and then I copied and pasted that below there and done passenger, I could probably, and put a decent position in, I could probably get a passenger in the vehicle as well. These sounds drive me nuts. I will probably go through and just remove all the sounds, because the sounds don't work properly. As you guys heard when I jumped in that Lamborghini at the beginning, the sound just sort of played like it was accelerating and didn't stop when I stopped, and it just drives me insane. But we should be able to now get some throttle on here. So we'll save that document. And it says has been modified. Would you like to update it in here? Yes, I would. And that's now done that. So if we go back into Minecraft now, we'll see if that's actually worked. Right, so I just loaded in. The world's just loading up. And I think this is the right one. Sabre C9 Silver. SAU Silver in yellow. I might have got the wrong one. We'll find out. Let's jump in it. No, we got the right one. Ooh, I can't see. There we go. Round the corner. So we've now got a car that actually goes fast. Like, I don't think we need to go any faster than this. I think this is like just a decent speed for our world. It just helps if we let the world render before we start driving around in it. I'm braking, I'm braking, I'm braking. Now what happens when I go backwards? If I go carefully backwards, we can reverse. Nice. But if I hammer down backwards and we start getting the speed up, we are now wheeling backwards in a race car. But actually, that was pretty fast before it started wheeling. And stop. Can I go in and out? No, I can't. See, with the helicopter mods, I can press plus and minus to zoom in and out. But yeah, no, that's fine. So the other thing that I want to try, and I haven't tested this, so I have no idea if this is going to work. Let's get our fast Harley Davidson, okay? This is the fast one that we've modified. Let's try and scale this down a little bit. Let's try and make it a little bit smaller. Because, I don't know, like, when I'm on it, it's about the right size. But I just feel it's a little bit too large. I'd like to try and just make it a little bit smaller. I don't know how well it'll work. But we're going to give that a go. Alright, so, got to close down Minecraft again. And let's bring up Chopper. I think it's Chopper 2. Well, no, yeah. Because we've got max throttle 2.2, negative throttle 1.5. So that'll be the fast one. This one's got a different drag and mass though. Look, it's lighter on the mass and less drag on it. Interesting. Now I don't know if this will work though, but let's go from 0.6 to 0.3. So we're halving the size of it. Now Strangely enough, it still has 4 wheels. I don't know what that is, but also strangely, we've got wheel 2 and wheel 3. What is that wheel? All 4 wheels are in different spots too. Minus, minus, but this is minus and plus, and that's plus, plus, but that's plus and minus. So there is technically 4 wheels on this chopper somehow. Maybe they're just sort of in together and like mash 2 wheels into one. I don't know, but we're going to give this a go now. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go. All I've done is halved it, so I know if I get it wrong, we can just go back. I know this is a bit of a different episode, but I think it's quite interesting to learn. I know most of you guys don't have, these Flans mods, but for those of you that do, I know a lot of you do, maybe this will help. Maybe you've been annoyed that you can't go fast in these vehicles, and I can help you about. So, we'll jump back into Minecraft. Do you reckon it's worked? I logged out this way, so when I log back in, I wouldn't be able to see it, so it'd be a surprise for me and you. What do you reckon? I think, at an estimate, I think the body's probably going to be smaller, but the wheels are going to be the same size, or something weird like that. You ready? Oh, it did work! It actually worked. We've gone a little too far on the scale, and because we dropped down the scale of it, we actually made... it's floating a little bit. But it worked. So we can modify. So all we've got to do is tweak that. Maybe, 0.3 is too small, 0.6 is too big. Maybe if we go just 0.45 or something like that, that would be good. And we can adjust that. But it's cool because we can do it with all sorts of vehicles in here. We could make some of them bigger than what they should be and some of them smaller. We could get like a pickup truck is what I was thinking, like a normal pickup truck, scale it up to be like 3 times the size, and we'll have a monster truck. Wouldn't that be insane? It'll probably end up being in the ground, but it does sound pretty cool. So what ones haven't we seen yet? Let's have a look at the turbo. I haven't even seen all of these. A Q7, that's an SUV, so that'll be interesting. A pink or salmon coloured one. An Enzo in black. I done the Venom Magnum, didn't I? Oh, it's a different company, though. I'll have to have a look at that. And a Vendador, Murcielago. T2 is like that really old Ford, like one of the first cars. Let's try an F40 in red. Let's just give those a go first. See, that looks unbelievable, doesn't it? Really cool. A little low poly around the side here, but so performance doesn't get shot. An SUV. It's so cool. Like, these people are so clever. I would never be able to do this kind of thing. There's one in salmon. That's more of a red than a salmon, I think. An Enzo in black. Oh, now that's a cool looking car. Got some weird coloured seats in there. Let's try and adjust the height of us so we can see out of the windscreen. So I don't look like a 2-year-old jumping in Dad's car or something like that. Let's have a look at these. Sorry. Oh, that's the other one. That's got a blue one on it. That's fine. There's the Model T2. That's hilarious, right? That's fine being at a slow speed. It's huge, though, isn't it? Look at the height of that thing. Maybe they were that tall. I don't know. I've never had one. And an F40 in red. I love these cars. I've loved these cars ever since Forza 2 racing game on Xbox. Forza 2. And it was a really cool car then. Look how wide that thing is. This huge vehicle. So... Oh, what vehicle was this? It was an Enzo Black. I'm going to try and adjust. Like, if I go on to F3, does it have our height? My Y is 31. Well, that's not going to affect it because I think the coordinates that it was giving in that text document is relative to the vehicle and not the world, because obviously you don't know where you are in the world. So let's just give that a go. Interesting, totally different episode. We're not building anything today. It's just a fun episode for us. Right then, so Enzo. Will that be the one? Is there only one Enzo? I think there's probably only one Enzo. So let's make it faster. So this is max throttle was even less. Let's go to 2.463 and adjust. Let's see if I can brake faster. If I put that to like 3.5. Now we will wheelie like straight away as soon as we hit back. But It'll be interesting to see if we stop a lot quicker. Now, wheel positions is all good with 4. Driver and passenger. Now, 1, 10, minus 8. Oh, and there's a passenger spot in here too. Interesting. So we can use this passenger spot to maybe help us. So 1 and 1. I'm going to assume then, because these are the only 2 numbers that match. We'll do some detective work here. This one here and this one here must be how high you sit in the car. Because the passenger and the driver are going to be sitting at the same height, aren't they? You're not going to have the passenger higher than the driver. The minus 10... Why would it be minus 10 minus 8? Oh, that's passenger 1. 1 minus 10, 8. So we've got 2 numbers that are the same, because that's passenger 1, yeah? Passengers 1, passenger 1. If you have passenger 2 would be the next one. So that's 1 minus 10, 1 minus 10, which is going to be how high you are. So it could be either the 1 or the 10. What's it going to be? It's going to be how high you are and how far back from the origin point of the vehicle is. And then minus 8 is the left. So we're sitting, do we sit on the left on this vehicle? We drive on the left on it? Yeah. So it's going to be minus 8 and 8. In fact, let's get paint up for a moment. Okay. So if we've got the top down of the vehicle, right? So there's wheel number 1, wheel number 2, number 3, number 4. And our steering wheel is right here. So we're looking top down on the car, yeah? And then there's the driver's car seat. And there's the passenger's car seat. Now, down the middle is going to be the sort of origin. Or I don't know exactly if the origin is up here, down here, or in the middle. I don't know where the origin is yet. But we know that driver is at minus 8. So this point right here is minus 8. And this point right here is 8. So this point is 0. Okay, that's the 0 line. Minus 8 and 8. And then minus 10, I'm going to assume it's probably the origin point is in the middle here. Because minus 10 is going to be up that way. Because that's going to be positive. And that's going to be negative up this way. So this is minus 10. Which means the 1 is going to be the height, which we can't draw in this graph. And I'm going to assume that the more positive it is, the higher you sit. So let's change 1 to 2. And I'm only going to change the driver one so we can maybe see a difference. I don't know if 2 is going to be a big enough difference to be noticeable. I don't know how the coordinates work on here. But let's try 2 and maybe we'll be able to see a difference between them, okay? So we'll close that. We shall update it and see you back in Minecraft. Right, so who knows if I've got this right or not. If we get into... Can I just sit in the passenger seat? I can. So that's the passenger seat height that we knew of. And if I jump in the driver's side now, is it any different? Like, if I look dead forward, I'm trying to keep my sort of face looking sideways. We're like halfway between the top of the door and the door handle, right? I think I'm like about saying face on. Go in this one. I might... The steering wheel works on this one. It's not glitched out at least. I think I might be just off to the right, you know. Which is a little concerning. So maybe I got the wrong one. I'm going to do some testing and I'll be back. Well, I'm stumped. I've just changed all 3 numbers to ridiculous numbers. I have 100, 1,000 and minus 800. And as you can see, nothing's changed. So I don't get... I've either got the wrong one, or I don't understand how something works, or maybe you guys do. Maybe you guys know how I can adjust this, but I've tried all sorts of different numbers. I've made them colossally large, I've made them colossally small, and I cannot get him to budge from this spot. So there must be something that I'm missing. However, on the bright side, it should go faster. Yes. And it should start braking faster. So if I start braking now... Oh, I tell you what, that does brake a lot better. Yeah, that brakes a lot better. Like if I go at a sensible speed and start braking, you know, that's drivable. Let's turn the shaders off because it's looking all blurry, make my eyes hurt. If we go around the corner, brake nicely round here. Oh, it even missed the curbs. How cool is this? Now this car is a wide car in real life. It only barely fits in a lane on our city, but in real life it's huge as well. We're going to the airport. Let's do a drag run down the airport, shall we? Just to end off. Ooh, brake. So, oh no, it's not going to the airport. We're going to the ski resort, aren't we, here? I wonder if I can get into the airport at all this way, or did I make it all? Can I try to sort of force myself through? Alright, we'll jump out. We'll go over the top. Come here. Even the model on the floor is like huge. In fact, hang on. Let's turn the sounds back on. Sorry for everybody that's going to deafen. What was it, about 25%, wasn't it? This sound cool. Oh, this is like what I do all the time on Grand Theft Auto. Just get a car straight to the airport. Awesome, I can't take it anymore. I'm a total idiot. I'm a total idiot. I was changing the numbers, but I wasn't saving the document like I literally showed you guys how to do. And I said if you didn't do it, it wouldn't update. So I made it -20 instead of -10, and I've gone down. So I'm in the car. I don't know. I actually saved it with the -800, -1000 and stuff that I had before. And as soon as I got into the vehicle, I was in the vehicle, but my player was like over there somewhere, like under the ground and everything. So that means if -10 was too low, -20 was even lower. I think if we go to +10 instead of -10, we should be higher up. And this is the last time I'm going to test it. Otherwise I give up. Alright, it took a few attempts. It was at -10. I tried -20. I went down. So I tried just +10. I ended up here. So I tried 0. I ended up here. In the end, I needed -7. I only needed to take 3 off from -10 to -7. And boom. We can now see out of the window. I can't in the passenger because I didn't affect that one. So we're down here. This is how it was. And this is how it is now. I turn the shaders off. Now that is cool. Now we can see out. Hey, sheep on the road. Now we can see out of the windows and everything. Perfect. Does my head stick through the top? Only a slight bit. Oh, that's great then. That's perfect. I don't know why the mod guy had it sitting so far down then. Why the original guy did. This is cool now though. Proper racing around. Ooh, hit the curb. Around the traffic light. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there then. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. And we shall see you in Crash the next episode.